Hopwell Tinkerton, the Rabbit with a Blue Hat. Once upon a time, in a small village in the forest, thunder cracked, winds howled, and rain poured from the sky. It rained for 5 whole days. When the storm finally passed, the village was quiet and the ground soggy. Not far from the center of the village stood a tall, old tree. Inside that tree lived a clever and curious rabbit named Hopwell Tinkerton. Hopwell wore a blue hat and lived in his 2-story tree house. Upstairs was cozy with books and blankets. But the real magic happened downstairs in his workshop, the Wonder Bazaararium, also known as the world of wonder and whimsy. There were shelves stacked with trinkets, boxes of springs, jars of marbles, and piles of pine cones and buttons. Sketches and blueprints covered the tables. They were filled with plans for toys, games, and gadgets. Every morning after breakfast, Hopwell put on his hat, slung his knapsack over his shoulder, and went for a walk. He collected things that caught his eye: acorns, shiny pebbles, ribbon scraps, even old spoons. Whatever did not fit in his knapsack, he was able to somehow squeeze into his bottomless little blue hat. His neighbors would yell, "Why are you collecting trash, Hopwell?" Though some were broken and some were odd, to Hopwell they were treasure, waiting to be turned into something wonderful. On the morning after the storm had passed, Hopwell went to visit his neighbors. As he reached the village square, he stopped. Sitting in a row were several small forest creatures with very sad faces. "Why so glum?" Hopwell asked gently. "Our toys are all gone," whispered a mouse. "The storm washed them away," quacked a duckling. Hopwell looked around. Some homes had lost their roofs. A few walls had fallen down. "I must think of a way to help my neighbors, and the little ones too," he thought. He placed a paw on his chin. Then a small grin spread across his face. "After we are done fixing for the day, I will hurry home and make some things for the kids to play." While everyone was asleep, he started to come up with ideas. He measured and drew. He hammered and painted. He polished and glued. Whatever tool or part he was missing, he was able to somehow pull from his helpful blue hat. He built a spinning top that hummed as it spun, racing cars that zipped across the floor, a small wooden plane with button wheels, and marbles made from polished pebbles. The next morning, he squeezed all the toys into his blue hat and swiftly hurried to the village. Before helping with repairs again, he pulled the toys out of his bottomless hat and shared them with the little ones. Their eyes lit up. Their giggles filled the air. They cooed, "The hat is magic," and stared in awe. Hopwell Tinkerton smiled as the children's faces were filled with glee.